hi, I guess. I, I really don't know what to say. So, I don't think that I'm going to film an intro for this video, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about what happens basically in the season finale of the originals. I still need to get over it, so it's gonna be kind of hard and tough to talk about it. I also tried to record this last night after I finished to watch the episode, and it didn't work out at all. Yeah, I literally cried for the whole entire episode, which was crazy. But the truth is that the original was one of my favorite TV series, and I feel like I said this at the end of every single TV series, but I can truly say that the original was in my top 5, as well as Teen Wolf, Art of Dixie, The OC, and also Chuck. And so it was really painful almost to say goodbye to this beautiful TV series. I actually loved the originals more than I loved the Vampire Diaries, which is crazy considering that the original is the spin-off of the Vampire Diaries. And I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say last night. I was just out of my mind. I still think that it's pure madness, and it was just a crazy ending. And I know that Julie loves all those tragic and crazy endings. Clearly she killed Stefan Salvatore because she loved those crazy and tragic endings. And even though I do love Romeo and Juliet, I truly hate the ending of Romeo and Juliet, since I'm more towards the happy ending, let's say. And she literally killed another of my favorite actors. I really loved Klaus Michelson as an actor, and I feel like I loved him since the first episodes where I see him in The Vampire Diaries, even though he was like one of the bad guy, and usually I am leaning towards the good guy. I did love Styles in Teen Wolf, and he was one of the good guy, but like there was something with Klaus that was so kind of interesting about, or fascinating, and I just couldn't resist basically. And now he's dead, and I'm like so mad and frustrated, but at the same time I feel like I knew it. I knew that Julie was going to make this sort of crazy ending, and when I saw actually the Comic-Con of the spin-off of the originals, she said that the relationship between Hope and her father, Klaus, was depending on how the originals will ending. And when she said that, I realized that Klaus was going to die. I knew it, but somehow I was still kind of attached to the idea that maybe he will survive. And well, clearly it wasn't like that at all. I'm sorry if I just random like that, but I do not have a script for this video. I'm just talking about all the things that come up in my mind. So I feel like I really don't know what I should say first, or how to say things even. So I am just gonna probably randomly, and I'm just sorry for that, but it's really hard to come up with like a straight line of dialogue. Like you mentioned, I cried the entire episode, which thinking about is so stupid maybe, but I feel like it was really an emotional episode for me, knowing that this was going to be the last episode of the series. And I really thought that the episode was going to start with Klaus that was like going to finish his job and killing himself right in that moment. And I already knew that I would cry for the entire episode. Klaus did not kill himself in that moment, but I did cry for the entire episode, which is kind of funny. I was not expecting this specific ending, let's say. I knew that Klaus was going to die, even though I really hoped that Elijah could somehow take his place. I never in my mind thought that Elijah and Klaus, they were both going to die or just to kill each other. And I don't know, I think it's really hard. I can't imagine what Hope will go through. I'm even getting emotional thinking about it. And I know it's just like a TV series, I know it's not real life whatsoever, but like, that's what makes me more angry about. Like, it's a TV series. Why don't you give us a freaking happy ending for one time? I feel like real life is tough. Like, it is, of course. Maybe there are some moments which are like happiness and joy, but then there's also the other side of the medal, which is darkness and people who die every day. And so, why can't you just take all the positive things for the ending of a series? Why do you have to make people die even in a contest? I mean, it's crazy thinking about the family of the original vampire being totally destroyed. Like, totally. We already knew that Esther, Michael, and Finn died, which is fine. And now thinking about the fact that Klaus and Elijah died the same way, thinking about the fact that Rebekah will die in, I don't know, 80 years, and that Freya and Finn are witches, so of course they will die at the same time. It's just kind of sad to think about that. And thinking about Hope, this girl that was left alone with no mother, because let's remember that Julie decided also to kill Haley. And even though I do think that Haley's death is Elijah's fault, I was the only one who could have saved her, considering also that they knew each other. I mean, of course, he didn't remember like his past and stuff, but they actually met and they danced. And it's just crazy to think about that. He definitely left her die right there in front of his eyes. I'm sorry, I still didn't get over that, as well as I didn't get over Stefan's death. Well, I mean, I didn't get over Marisa's death from DOC, which is like years ago, so clearly I still need time to realize those two. Yeah, it was just a crazy ending, just a crazy show. Just I don't even know which word to say. Like, crazy is the only word that comes up in my mind right now. And I feel like it's very hard for me to come across each single thing that I want to talk about. And probably I will miss a lot of that, but I need to talk about Klaroline. If you guys know this series, you know that Klaroline is the ship between Klaus and Caroline, and I've been a Klaroline fan since I saw them on the Vampire Diaries. I loved the chemistry between the two of them, and I really thought that Caroline was going to move to New Orleans and start this life with Klaus, and she didn't. So they just tried to incorporate that and trying to make us happy just in the last episode, bringing her back and having like one last fatal kiss between the two of them, which honestly, as long as I always waited for it, it was just not right. And this is one of the reasons why I'm really mad with how the show ended. And it's not even the originals. Like, I went through it also with Teen Wolf. Like, there's this couple that everybody shipped, and that they just pull out together last minute when they could have built it a lot more throughout 5 seasons. And I just think they deserved better. I can't believe it ended. I can't believe it did this way. I still can't realize all of it. I really love Klaus Michelson because I feel like he did such an evolution throughout all these 5 seasons, and it's just honestly incredible. I feel like he's definitely the character that grew the most, not only in the originals but also in the other TV series that I watch. I feel that the evolution of Klaus Michelson is not comparable to anyone, including Chuck Bass. And well, we all know that Chuck did such an evolution also. And I really don't know how to get through the point, but basically, I know that I should not be like sad because of it, since he actually died because of honorable reasons, and it was not selfish. He did it because he wanted to save his daughter, which, thinking about this, is crazy. Like, Klaus Michelson, the guy who literally going to stubborn their brothers over and over again just because of his idea of family he had in his mind, decided to kill himself because of how much he loved his daughter. To me, this is just crazy. Also, I really loved the writing of this episode. I really loved all the things that Klaus said to Hope, how he paragoned the love that he felt for her to an entire ocean or whatever that was. That was literary poetry, and well, it was definitely something that Klaus would say, and I'm grateful that the TV series had a finale, since there are a lot of TV series that I do watch that don't have an actual finale because they just decide to cancel the show. And well, it's really hard. God, I want to scream. I want to just say all these things that I want to say, but honestly, I don't even know what I want to say at this point. I'm still really sad. Like, I can't believe it's over. And I definitely can't wait to see the spin-off with Hope Michelson. But at the same time, I know that it's not going to be anything like the originals. And God, I am gonna miss that show like so much. Like, so freaking much. It was one of the best shows ever on this kind. And also, I already told you this is going to be all over the place, but if Elijah was going to be dying anyway, why don't you just kill Elijah and let Klaus living? I mean, it's just me, or this is literally making no sense. Like, why don't you just do that? It would be everything fine, honestly. He would be with Haley on the other side also, the other side. I know, like, I am a TVD fan. I'm not saying that I'm like a crazy fan. I do not remember every single episode or what happens, but I do remember clearly that the other side was gone. And so vampires or witches or whatever kind of werewolf whatsoever, once they died, they could not be brought back since the other side was gone. How do you explain the fact that Hope went in the other side where she saw her mom and also like all the pack, and how do you explain the fact that that was actually real? It was not just a dream because of all the things that her mother told her regarding Elijah. Like, is the other side still there? Will be this something that we're going to face on the spin-off? Because that would be crazy. Like, even thinking about that will legitimately be crazy. How about bringing all these factors back? I mean, I would love to watch that. I don't know about you, but you can definitely tell me down in the comments below. Yeah, probably just a fantasy, but I feel like that would be awesome. And yeah, well, I still didn't get the other side type of thing. I mean, is it destroyed or is it still there? Let me know what you think, definitely, because I will be super intrigued about your guys' opinions in the subject. I don't want to bother you for too long, and probably this video is going to be long. And so I think it's better if I'm just gonna quit this now. I'm honestly a huge fan of a TV series, and even though my channel is by any means related to this sort of stuff, I really like making reaction videos. Once one of my favorite TV series gets to an end, I did this also for Teen Wolf. And yeah, well, if you guys enjoy lifestyle, beauty and fashion, things, then I would recommend you guys to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification. I'm posting twice a week on Tuesday and on Fridays, so be sure to do that if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos. And other than that, tell me in the comments below, what do you think about the episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me all about in the comments. And give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!